Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my January studio vlog, which I'm doing in a very similar format to how I did my last vlog of 2021, which I posted in the middle of January, beginning of January, I don't really remember. You can go watch it. Editing me is gonna make sure that she points in the right direction. That one? You can watch it there. But I really actually enjoyed doing that format where I basically just recap everything that happened in the month, and then me, the one who's sitting here talking, just kind of talks you through what I was doing and how I was feeling at that time. It just makes it a lot easier in the editing process and also in the actual filming process that I can just put my camera up, set on a time lapse, and then me in the future will tell you what's going on and recap for you, because sometimes jumping in the moment and stopping your workflow to talk to the camera and give context can actually slow me down a lot more. You'll maybe also notice that I've got this ridiculously sized microphone, the Rode NGT2, just coming into the frame here. I used it in my last video for the video podcast that I've just started. Video podcast is a very loose term I'm using for it, but basically I just turn the camera on, turn the mic on, chat about a topic, and edit it very, very loosely. So that's something I'm experimenting with, and I really enjoyed how the mic sounded. So I'm again experimenting with it still and using it in more videos. Hopefully it doesn't sound awful. Again, I'm very new to recording audio and using Audition, so hopefully you guys don't mind. In fact, I feel like that's actually in this vlog. Just future context, you're gonna see me experimenting with this anyway. Let's get into it. Oh, also, I don't normally film during the daytime, so this is a different setup. I do have a light on to help brighten the space, but during the day I can't use my cool lights, and I don't know how I feel about this setup. But we have little Pikachu Eevee sitting over there, and my Pokemon cards and my Pokemon mugs, so you know what? I'm not hating the setup. January was a really good month for me actually, and to start it off with, I actually had COVID.
Thanks for holding. Your call is important to us. We'll connect you to an agent as soon as possible.
Which wasn't ideal, but it wasn't like the worst thing in the world. I wasn't actually that ill with it. I probably had the Omicron variant, if that's how you pronounce it. This did mean I ended up working from home for the first few weeks of my job, which was a bit of a shame because I do like being in the office and I do like seeing people. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Starting the new year, you do have that kind of new energy and you have all those kind of things you want to do. And because I was in isolation and I was kind of bored out of my mind, I actually decided to get back into making TikToks again. I'd actually started doing this a little bit in December, but I really kind of started heightening it up and being like, okay, no, I do want to really start getting back into TikTok because I really enjoyed it last year when I did it a lot more, and it is a really good video strategy to start implementing into my work. So I started doing more TikToks, I started doing more reels, and I also started uploading to YouTube more. So I really enjoyed the fact that I started off the year on such a high note. Even if I was in isolation and was bored out of my mind, at least I had something I could be working on. I actually went back to work on the 5th of January, so I wasn't in isolation doing nothing. I was working during the day, and then in the evenings I was working on my like YouTube videos and my TikToks and just having fun with it. So really, it wasn't that bad. The only thing that I didn't absolutely love was having to do my workshops online and present over Teams.
Everyone see that okay? Cool. Right, so as Ian, I know you guys are kind of getting lumped into the projects like instantly, but we're doing a film project this semester, and it's all about storytelling, and a big part of storytelling is your pre-production, your planning, all that organization that goes into it.
It's just, you know what, I feel really bad for all my lecturers now when COVID initially first hit and they all had to start presenting on like Zoom or Teams or anything. It's a really awkward kind of thing because you can't see anyone's faces, you can't tell if they're like understanding what you're talking about, and obviously you can run into technical difficulties. I struggled with it so much, so I was really glad that I only had to do 2 workshops online and then I got to be in person. So for this job that I'm doing, I kind of teach students at Gray's how to edit videos, how to film things, how to capture audio, and lots of audiovisual related stuff. So for this current project I was working with the students on, it was about storytelling through video, and they were making like a little film, either using a smartphone or a DSLR or a webcam, whatever they had access to. And basically the emphasis was visually storytelling to a poem or a song, something they'd selected. And I delivered this over 3 workshops, which I broke down into presentations going over the production process. So it was like week 1 was pre-production and doing your storyboards, and you're building an animatic and figuring out everything you need to film to tell your story. Then the second week was focused on production. So how are you going to actually film this? And going over how to use a camera and how to use lights and things like that. And then the third workshop, which was the last one that I've just done, was going into how you're going to edit this all together in Premiere Pro, which again, super fun. I love sharing the process with these guys, and they seem really interested in it as well, which honestly makes my day. Like, being able to share my passion for film and editing is just, it's so much fun. But yeah, alongside obviously my AV job, I'm still freelancing, and I ended up doing 2 podcast episodes for Just a Chat With as well in January. So the first episode I edited together was the Chris Do episode, which I was so excited about because that is someone who I have followed for years and I love watching his podcast. So for him to be a guest on Just a Chat With was so cool. And then literally a couple of days after I had, done all the work for that, the brand manager was like, oh, we've got a surprise guest that we're going to try and also release next week. So I had to kind of rush edit that one as well, which was amazing again. But yeah, I ended up doing lots of work for Just a Chat With, and it's getting me a lot faster at editing something repeatedly. So with Just a Chat With, they record the episode, they send it to me, I then break it down in Premiere into sections that they can post onto Instagram, and then I also bring that into After Effects so I can change the color of things and make sure they're all the right ratios, whether that be a story or a grid post or a trailer on YouTube. Like, there's so many different sizes that we have to export everything at. I'm getting a lot faster at doing that, and also triple checking, because I always make mistakes, and it's just something that you learn over time. Like, you do make mistakes when you're editing and you don't catch them all the time, so something I'm working on. But like I said, the workshops I was doing with the class I'm teaching at the moment, I also decided to go along the process with them so that I could show them how to do these things. So in the first week, it was about pre-production. I produced a storyboard for my 10-year anniversary video. So yeah, that was another thing I worked on in January, was my 10-year anniversary YouTube video. And if you haven't watched that, please go watch it, because honestly, I'm so proud of it. I am just installing Adobe Audition, and I was also just talking about how I no longer have to pay for Adobe because I finally have a job that provides that as part of the job. I don't need to be paying for Adobe anymore. Plus, I also have a student account which gives me free access to Adobe as well, so even if my staff account wasn't for personal work, my student one definitely is. So it feels nice to be at a stage in my life where I'm not having to pay for it, because I'm sure we all know how expensive Adobe is. Crazy, crazy. Especially when you're trying to leave. The cancellation fees are a joke, especially because I was now getting provided it for free by my university. So why would I keep paying for it? And why would I pay for a cancellation fee? I don't know, mixed reviews on Adobe. Right, cool. Oh, just grabbed my mouse, forgetting I'm using my laptop. The reason I'm using my laptop is because I've got a very short cable to connect the Zoom H4n Pro into the computer. Reason I'm plugging into the computer is so I can monitor my audio levels better and record into Audition, because I'm trying to get better at using that program, and I think I should just, you know, start getting to the habit of doing it. So that is what we're going to do. And I'm just about to film my voiceover for the 10-year anniversary video. We're going to open up Audition because it just finished installing, so I don't know where it installed to. I'm surprised it actually managed to install. There's like no space on this MacBook right now. Video on that coming soon. Okay, so we've got Adobe Audition loaded up. So this is, confession, my 4th time opening Adobe Audition, maybe 5th. I'm still very much learning it. I just want to learn Adobe Audition so that I can better help my students and also better help me as a content creator. So yeah, that is why we're diving into this. I'm just going to crack on with this and probably not really talk about what I'm doing, just so I'm focused on what I'm doing. That makes sense? So I'll check in with you guys later. Plus I need to cut the audio anyway, so yeah. My 10-year YouTube birthday was on the 29th of January. I celebrated on the 28th. It's totally fine. Nobody said anything. It's okay. And I absolutely love the fact that I've been doing this for so long, and it's come at a really good time where I'm feeling a lot more enthusiastic about being a video creator, which is nice as well. But yeah, that was a really fun video to produce and make. And yeah, I went back to work. I skimmed over that. So when I went back to work, my main focus was on rearranging the office that I have. So I'm in this space that also operates as a loan store where I keep all the equipment that I can then loan out to students if they require it for their projects. So we've got cameras and mics, lights, and just so much stuff. Since I had gone into the role in October, I wanted to wait until I had a bit more time to actually sit down and organize it and go through all of these things, because there's a lot. So this kind of process started out with me kind of gutting the room and just clearing everything out, and it's looking all right at the moment. It's still bare bones. It's not finished because we are bringing in timbre units and extra storage things and other equipment that's in other rooms to kind of fill this space. So it's not going to look like this forever, but this is how far it's gotten to, and I'm loving the new layout. I don't know, I'll insert a clip from when I first moved into the room and it was just stuff everywhere. I like a nice open space. I like a lot of light being in the room. I have this note here. I've not edited together this video where I have lots of screen recordings, but I accidentally deleted a lot of them. So you might have seen some screen recordings dotted about when I was working on like the 10-year anniversary and also like doing some editing stuff. But I had a lot more, and I'm guilty of not having good file management sometimes, and I thought I'd saved them into this folder, but apparently I hadn't, and I'd ran out of space and I deleted them all, so I can't even remember what the screen recordings were of. We don't know what they were, but I lost a bunch of footage, unfortunately, so apologies on that. I don't even know what it was. So yeah, but this does lead on to my next kind of thing. I have got such an issue with file storage at the moment. I've got an idea of how I'm gonna make a video about file storage and file management and me going through the process of trying to get my MacBook to the best it ever has been. So if this is something you're interested in, let me know. And if you have any questions about file storage or things you want to know, again, let me know, because there will be a video about it coming real soon. One of the last things I'm going to talk about in this studio vlog was my client work, or, you know, shoots I got to go out on. So as part of my job as an AV technician at RGU, I'm obviously facilitating the students with equipment and I'm helping teach them how to film things. I'm also asked by lecturers if I can document their workshops, or, you know, go in and take photos or videos of things happening around the campus or the School of Art. So I actually got contacted by one of the painting lecturers, and she asked if I would be able to document her painting workshop. And it was so fun. If you guys know me, my film style is to document what's happening, filming people doing their practice, that sort of thing. So getting in and going in and getting to film all these really cool, visually aesthetically pleasing shots was so much fun. Another client I got to work with, as always, is Hard Grind, and I just love working there. Usually I just go in and take photos one day a month now at this rate, because I am working full time and I have other clients as well. So we reduced it to one day a month, and that's enough content usually. I take a lot of photos in that time, but I've also started taking videos, and you know what? I'm actually really excited about this because I seen on TikTok this TikToker who, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's Scottish and he goes and he takes photos in Edinburgh, and he'll have his phone like on his chest filming like in a wide POV kind of shot. So I attempted this in Hard Grind, and I wore my dungarees and I just slipped my like iPhone into my dungarees pocket, and then I walked around filming me taking photos and taking videos. Now, I don't typically, like, I use the viewfinder like to take photos, because using the LCD screen is just, it takes longer, doesn't look as good, I can't get my focus as sharp. I use the little viewfinder. So, you know, the shots aren't amazing, but it was just for the video. I haven't edited together that TikTok yet. That will be coming out soon. Might be before this video, but we'll see. I found it really fun and I really enjoyed that. And again, it's just making me really excited to do more video content. So, January had a lot going on in it, and I'm not sure if this vlog really captured that in the best way possible, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I got up to and are intrigued to see what else might be coming. I'm really enjoying what's happening with my channel at the moment, and I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your support and for being there and watching and subscribing and following me on Instagram or TikTok or whatever you do, wherever you're engaging with my content. I just want to say thank you. Yeah. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.